Hi there, I'm Blacklock. I'm a master P.G.A professional based in Milton Keynes, England, and on this little clip we're going to talk about Bryson Dechambeau. He's the hot property at the moment. We know that when lockdown came he went into the gymnasium and totally changed shape, and the fact of the matter is we've got a golfer now who is regularly hitting the ball well over 300 yards through the air, like 350. The massive dogleg par 5 at the Arnold Palmer, he drove across the water. Didn't make eagle, but he did cross the water. So let me just talk to you about what he does with the driver. Now the driver is a long club. It's the longest club in the bag. So it's very easy for Bryson to just put the arms in a straight line. And this is the one plane. It's the idea that the Canadian golfer Mo Norman had of the golf swing, that there wasn't a two-plane movement. He lifted the hands up, he was there at address, he went to the top, and he came back at the same place. Now, that's great for a driver because you don't need any wrist hinge to do that. You can see that because this club is long, I get a lot of wrist hinge before I even start. So this is going to be my longest swing, showing what Bryson did. He get the club way beyond the horizontal because there's massive shoulder turn. But the plane, he's trying to keep it one plane, and you can see that the wrist cock is minimal. So see that angle there? It doesn't take much for the wrist to find the 90 degrees. However, when you have a wedge, you see the angle is very different. You can see that you've got to find a lot more wrist cock within the same swing. So there's a strange thing. With a driver, you've got to find the least amount of wrist cock in the longest swing, and yet because of the club being shorter in the wedge, you're asked to give the swing more wrist cock going back in less time. And the club maker does that on purpose because wedges are designed to be accurate and drivers are meant to fly a long way. So let me just hit a couple of shots for you. I always feel if I copy Bryson's swing that I'm in danger of hurting myself because he really is an athlete. Okay. So this would be conventional, but Bryson has the arms high, the wrists in straight line almost, and off he goes, the biggest swing that he can make. There you go. You see, so for me, age 63, I'm quite pleased with the shot that flies 235, 240 through the air. As a warm-up, I might get another 15, 20 yards. Bryson's 120 yards past me. I mean, it's a very hard player to beat if you're a fellow pro, and there are guys on tour that don't hit the ball too far, but they've got to catch up with Bryson through the short game and course management. So I hope that is simple. You can try this at home if you want to, and one of the things I want to really emphasize is you won't necessarily lose accuracy as you go for more power. Okay, there is a belief that if you slow the swing down you're more accurate, and it's not true. You just don't go as far into trouble, that's all that changes. Okay, so here's conventional. This is Bryson, and you're going to see that the swing would be short because there's no wrist hinge, but Bryson has this massive shoulder turn now, huge hip coil, and he comes through, and he really does let it fly. So here we go, hands high, there's the Bryson one plane movement, massive shoulder coil. Got a bit of a loop on that one. Now on the second time that Bryson drove the par 5 or across the water on the par 5 at Bay Hill in the Arnold Palmer, he got that shot where it went a little bit low, a little bit left, and he still carried the water, but he'd lost 25, 30 yards. And that comes from going for speed. So on the neutral swing, the shoulder and the left arm will work as one, but that slightly toey one that dives a little bit and goes flat and low left, that is when the arm goes first in the desire to hit the shot a long way. So let me hit one more, try and redeem myself, and this time make sure that the shoulder coil starts the backswing in the first inch. So there's the one plane motion, wrists high, massive shoulder coil. That's better, you see that? Now again, that is my longest shot through the air, and it was my most accurate. So this is the beauty. If you maximise the power in the backswing, i.e. optimum wrist cock, optimum form rotation, and optimum shoulder turn, that also happens to be your most accurate swing.